Welcome to today's product webinar on targeted growth and lead generation for Twitter. I'm Amol and we'll be starting in a few moments. Just let everybody join. Thank you. All right, everybody, I'm back. So before we begin, I'll just like to quickly tell a little householding that all of you would be muted by default so that we have a great experience and a good quality recording, which we'll be sharing with all of the attendees by tomorrow. So let's begin. So you can also join us in the conversation on Twitter using the hashtag BrewTalk. So if you have any questions or suggestions, please tweet to us and our team would be continuously monitoring it. All right. So for the ones who are new, I'm Amol. I take care of customer success at Statusbrew. I've been here for almost 3 years, and pretty much my daily job is to take care of our customers from the point when they first touch us, onboarding them, taking care of them throughout the journey, any feature requests, taking them to the dev team, any bugs, everything. So me and my team are the first contact of all the customers and all the prospects, and it's our duty to keep you happy till the time you're with Statusbrew. So moving ahead, Statusbrew is a social media management and marketing platform that equips teams to collaborate and manage their social businesses. We have been working with great brands since last couple of years, and we are proud of being number 4 in this industry. So if you have any questions, you can always tweet us or reach to us at sales@statusbrew.com. And now we'll be beginning with today's webinar. So Statusview helps you with the social media publishing. That's the webinar that we talked about last time in the webinar. So anything that you want, all the campaigns that you run across all the social networks, you can manage them. Community building is the thing that we're going to talk about in detail today. So we also provide with great social reports that you can share with your team, you can share with your clients in case you are agencies, and engagement is a great thing that is 2018. You have to be very active and continuously monitor all the messages, all the incoming DMs, tweets, mentions, so that the customer support is always at the top and listening to your competitors. You have to move one step ahead of your competitors, so that's where the listening comes in. Today we're only gonna focus on the community building part for Twitter, how you're gonna grow an amazing Twitter week over week, how you're gonna generate leads out of it, everything I'll gonna show you. So I'll just be switching my screen now. Give me a moment so that I can take you to the status views audience section. Okay, I hope you can see the screen now. And this is the welcome dashboard. And the second button that you see on the left is the audience section. I'll be cutting everything out and just talking about audience today. So let's jump into the audience. Audience section is mainly divided into two parts, the first one being manage and the second one being grow. We'll be talking in detail about all of this. Let me first quickly tell you a bit about what audience looks like and how you're gonna manage everything. So the very first thing that you see right here is called the criteria list, which shows you your profile's followers, your new unfollowers, new followers, the people who are not following back. That means the people that you are following, but they are not following back. The mutual follow back, the people that follow you and you also follow them, the people that you are following, the people that you have stopped unfollowing, the people that you have followed, the new people that you follow. Fans are the people that only follow your brand but you don't follow them. Whitelisted people are the ones that you can do, whitelist people from Statusbrew so that you don't unfollow important prospects or clients or thought leaders of your industry. Even if they don't follow you or unfollow you, you just want to keep connected with them. Tags is something that helps you segment different types of people in different tags, where you can, you know, you can actually, I mean to say, you can make up different tags where you can keep different type of clients. Let's say you wanna keep a list of people that you have contacted with, list of people that you want to contact, the sales leads or important customers that you want to reach out to whenever you have some campaigns, new offers coming up. So you can just keep them maintained in separate tags. Below this, you can also manage your Twitter lists, the list that you have subscribed to, the list that you are member of, and the list that you own. You can do all of that from within Statusbrew. This is all that helps you to manage your audience, your current audience. Everything is listed down in different criteria so that you don't have to think a lot. You just come to the place where you want and quickly connect or disconnect with the people. So before I jump into different things about searching people and growing them, let's first find out how you're gonna find the very specific people that you want to disconnect with or connect with. So when you're in any list, you see two things. The first one being a search bar on the top, and there are filters on the left. So filters help you to just find out the very relevant people or according to different criterias. Let's say you want to just view, let's see, I'm going to jump into my followers so that I can be more precise. Let's say you want to find out all the people that are following you and they have a follow count greater than, let's say, 1000. And then similarly, you have the following count, list count, account age, how many tweets are they making per day, their follows to following ratio. So follows to following ratio is quite interesting because if you see people who are having followers to following ratio close to 1, they probably follow you back more often. So this is quite good. In case you'll see thought leaders or verified profiles, they have a lot of followers, but they're following very less people. So in case you want to find such people or you want to remove such people, that's where this filter comes into place. The last tweeted helps you to find the most active people. Let's say I just want to see my followers who have tweeted in the last 7 days. So that I see the people who have been active this week. So this brings up with all the people that have tweeted in the last 7 days. Similarly, you can filter out public and private profiles, verified users and non-verified, filter out people with and without profile picture. This is also quite good since if you wanna, a lot of people, a lot of profiles who don't have profile pictures might be just fake profiles that you are following or they're trying to follow you. So in this such case, you can either unfollow them or block them by putting a filter of finding all the people who have no profile picture. Similarly, when you find trying to find businesses, businesses usually have a URL in their bio or in their profile where they have their website links. So then you can just select has profile URL in case you want to find those people. Zombie users is something that we have built up. It's powered by AI and it tries to find out all the people that we think and Twitter suggests us that they are spam and bot profiles. So they might not be real people. They would just be a bunch of algorithms that are being run, a lot of bots or spam accounts that they're trying to follow you. Just so there are a lot of systems like this these days, a lot of spam where people follow you, and in case you don't follow back, they'll unfollow you. So it's not, or even if you follow them, they'll just unfollow you after a day or so. So if you have set the zombie filters as yes, you can skip those people when you're trying to follow your new followers, and you can unfollow such people. So the language filter again is great, where you can specify which languages you want the people, you want to connect with the people with, so that you target just the people whom whom you think are your target audience. Since if you are tweeting in a particular language, let's say you're tweeting in German, so it doesn't make quite much sense to connect with people who are Arabic or other people. So in these cases, you can just select those German filter, so that you just see those people who have set up their account language in Twitter as German. So this doesn't mean if the person is has so it's kind of tricky. It's not a foolproof method, because a person could be tweeting in various languages, but we are able to read this data. What is the language that they have put in their Twitter profile settings? So if you go to your Twitter profile settings, you'll see there are columns where you specify your default language and your default location. So that's the language that we are able to pick up. Exclude by list is something that I'm going to talk about in a few later on in this webinar. It has a lot of things. Let's say you want to exclude whitelisted users. As I explained you before, you can whitelist people who you think are important and valuable to you, don't want to disconnect with. You can exclude blocked users, the people that you have blocked, the people that you have muted. Exclude pending request users. So in case you have followed some private profiles and they have still not accepted your follow request, so you can exclude these people, so that you just want to wait for them to accept your request. And there's a great filter called exclude previously followed users. So this is quite interesting. So any person that you follow once from Statusbrew, our system stores that data. So that even if you're coming back after 1 year and you want to again do some search, you would never you won't follow the same person again, even if in the course of that 1 year you have unfollowed that person. So this is useful, because sometimes if you follow the same person twice or thrice, people might find it spammy and they might block you. So it's just gonna, if the more people block you or report you spam, it's gonna increase your spam score in the servers of Twitter, and you might get your profile suspended. So you can avoid following the same person twice or thrice by using exclude previously followed users. But this only works for the people that you have followed from within Statusbrew. And lastly, it's the tags. As I told you before, we have tags here where you can segment different people. I'll be showing in detail in a different part of this webinar. So you can exclude, or you can just view the people from a particular tag, or exclude the people from a particular tag. So that completes the filter part. So any filters that you set up, let's say you have set up a particular combination that you find is grateful, that you use every day. Let's say you just want to find the people who have at least 1,000 followers and have last tweeted in last 7 days. So you can just save such filters. So if you just save this filter, just give it a name. Let's say I'll write my favorite filter and I'll save it. So this just saves the filter. So next time you want to come in, and the next day you want to come in and start the growth process again, you just have to come here and choose my favorite filter, and that's all. You can delete your previously followed filter, previous made filters, and you can just reset, so that you just are back to the normal. Okay, so moving ahead, so one more thing with the filters, before I tell you about the search bar here, is the column sorting. So let's say, as I showed you before, I want to find the people who have tweeted in the last 7 days. So now it's a complete list of people that I've followed in the last 7 days, but it's not sorted in any particular order. So you can sort these people by followers count, following count, the tweets, all of these things. Let's say I want to see the people who have the maximum followers on the top. So in this way, if I just click on this header, you'll see The people who have the top most followers are on the top. And then the best part is the last tweeted column. So if I click on the last tweeted column, from the 7 days, as we applied the filter, we are just looking at 1754 people who have of my followers who have tweeted in the last 7 days. And I click on the last tweeted column, I see the most recently tweeted person who is tweeted most recently on the top. This is very useful because in case you want to send people DM or you want to connect with them, you know that the people who are these are the people who are active just a few minutes or just a few hours ago. That means it's a great probability that they'll reply you back and they'll engage with you. So this is gonna come you to use at a lot of places that I'm gonna talk about later. Next thing that I want to show is the multi-select actions menu. So before that, all these columns, as you can see, you can you can apply or remove different columns. So we have a bunch of display columns here. Let's see, it's bio, followers and following count, the tweets count, tweet frequency, mention count, when did the tweet last, the account age, location, tags, if you have applied any tag, when they followed you, when they unfollowed you, when you follow that person, and when you unfollowed that person. So you can just select the columns that you think are most specific to you, and then it's gonna just in real time it's gonna show you those things. And I would recommend you to just at any given time have the columns that are most valuable to you. It keeps the screen clear and it helps you to concentrate on the things that are important, and that's how you can just customize the things that you want to see. So moving to the display, moving ahead, the next thing that I want to show you is the multi-select actions menu. That's quite interesting. I think you'll love it. Just click on any person, any row that you see, and you'll see the rows are highlighted. You can click them one by one. Instead, you can also hold down to the shift key on your keyboard, scroll down, and then select the last first and the last person. It's gonna select the complete range. So when this range is selected, you'll see a new button on the top right, which is the multi-select actions menu. So when you open this, you have an option to mention these people in a tweet, send them a DM, apply a tag, remove from a tag, add or remove from a Twitter list, add to whitelist. As I told you, the important people you can whitelist. You can even mute them or block them, and finally just deselect them. So this is quite useful. I'll be explaining you more about sending DMs and mentions in a later part, but for now, I just wanted to show this menu. And at any given of point of time, if you want to export your followers or any other list, the people that you're following for your internal purposes, you want to export them to a CRM or you want to export them to just grab the list for giving it to a different team that you have, you can use export button here, and the data can be exported in the form of PDF or a CSV file. All right, and when you, so I'll just deselect these people for now and apply one or more actions for you here. Let's say I just wanna unfollow, let me find if I have profiles that are zombie users. So if I just select the zombie filter here, it's going to bring up with some of the profiles that you think we think are of, they're not of a lot of value. So in such cases, I'll just want to unfollow any of these. So I'll click on the unfollow button, and as soon as I click, the person is unfollowed from your Twitter. Same way, I can also follow anybody I want to. I won't do this from this screen. You just have to click the follow button and it's gonna follow. So as soon as you make any action, you see there's a symbol here on the top. So if I click here to show you, so these are the follow and unfollow actions, the DMs mentioned, the block actions that you can perform in 24 hours. So we allow about 10,000 people you can follow in a day. You can unfollow, practically unlimited people. But I mean, theoretically you can unfollow unlimited people, but practically there are limits that Twitter enforces on each profile according to your followers count, follower to following ratio, how many engagements and posts you are posting, all of those things. There are quite a few things that Twitter sees and decides before it sets your limits. But for an average person, you can follow up to 1,000 people in a day and unfollow in the same number. Similarly, you can send up to 1,000 DMs. That's the API limit. So that's the maximum that you can do, and mention 2,400, and you can block 5,000 people. So these limits are reset every 24 hours, and and uh, yeah, and so there are also hourly limits on these actions. So they are decided by Twitter as per your profile. So there's no fixed formula that I can give you to calculate how many people and you can follow or unfollow in an hour. So that's something that you have to find out yourself. But we recommend not doing more than 100 people, 100 actions in 1 hour to keep your profile safe, and it's not going to cause you any trouble. All right, so this is all about managing your current Twitter. There are a few things that I'll show you in the grow section, but before that, let me just jump into how you're gonna find new people. So the first way of finding new people is discover Twitter users. So for that, I like to tell you about the bio and the location thing. Discover your Twitter users actually finds keywords that people have in their bio, and you can also specify which location these people are from. This is useful in case you want to find people from a particular industry. So let's say you want to find people. I'll just start with one example. So let me just find out some influencers or some CEOs from a city. So I'll just write bio CEO and location London. So it's going to find out all the people who have the keyword CEO in their bio and that they are from London. So you can use the search operators, Boolean search operators. You can use and or not. So there's an article on our help center that can help you find out how you can set up different search terms here. So as you see, if I just put CEO and location London, it brings up almost 6,500 people from the whole of the Twitter, all the 315 million active users, probably more than that. It finds out from the complete database. But these might not be all relevant, so that's where the filters come into place. So in this case, when I'm finding CEOs, I think the most appropriate filter to apply is verified profiles only. As soon as I select, you'll see there are just 135 people out of 6,500 that are verified. So that means they're actual CEOs that of big brands and companies. So you can just connect with these people. It's simple. If you want to see the most active people, the person who has tweeted, again, you can click on the last tweeted column, and you'll see the people you see 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago, and that's how the column sorting works. So you can follow these people, you can connect with these people, you can also export these people, and that's how everything works. So this is one way of finding people on Twitter. So let's just change the keyword. Let's say I just search for a more generic keyword. I would search for bio and let's say I just want to search for marketing. It's a very generic keyword, and location I write as USA. So now it has come up with, okay, so I'll remove the verified profile filter for now. So it has found all the people that have the keyword marketing and they're from USA. I'll just apply a followers count of, let's say they have at least 2,000 followers and they have tweeted in the last 15 days. And as you see, I've already sorted the last tweeted column. So now I have about 916 people who have the keyword bio marketing in their bio, and they are from USA, and are they have at least 2,000 followers and active in the last 15 days. If I remove the last active, you'll see there would be a lot more people. There would be about more than 2,000 people. So you can just you know connect with these people. I'll just remove a few filters for now so that we just see the data columns, so that I just see the data. So you can Now connect with these people. So let's say I just wanna connect with a few. I'll just for an example, I'll follow the first three people or the four people. So as soon as you click follow, they're actually followed. So, and you can also go to their Twitter profiles from here. So if you just click on these arrows, it's gonna open their Twitter profiles in a separate tab. That's where this comes into place. So this is the first way of finding people. So it's good to find people who have certain keywords in the bio, because if somebody puts a keyword in their bio, that really means they are quite interested in what they are talking about. The keyword that you are putting is of very important to that person, so that the person has put that keyword in their bio. The second way of finding a larger audience is, let's go to the grow section. So the very first thing that you see here is tweet search. So now if I search for a hashtag, let's say I search for marketing again, so it's gonna find all the people who have the keyword marketing in their tweets. So now tweet search, the discovered Twitter users found the keyword in their bio. Tweet search finds the keyword in their tweets. In this case, this column is actually showing their tweets. So you can see all of them have the keyword marketing somewhere in their tweets. And this is by default sorted the most the most recent tweet on the top. You can see all of these tweets have happened a minute ago, 2 minutes ago. This is sorted by default, and you can just connect with these people. And so this is a simple tweet search where you just put a hashtag for anything that you want, and it's going to bring up all the people who have ever tweeted about that, and the most recent one on the top. You must be wondering why there are no filters here, because there's another thing called Twitter sources, where you can add a keyword as a source and where you can apply the filters and all of those things. So I'll be covering that in some time. So this is the second way of finding people, when you to follow and connect with them and grow your audience. So at any given point of time, you would have people that you follow. You will follow a lot of people every day. Let's suppose you follow 100 or 200 people. There would be always some ratio of people who won't follow you back. So, I mean, if when you apply filters, when you do a lot of things, there would be a high probability that a lot of people would follow you. But again, there would be some people who won't follow you back. So it's very easy to disconnect with these people. So our research has shown that you just need to give each person you follow maximum of 7 days time to follow you back. If they don't follow you back in 7 days, you can unfollow them. So for that, we have made the cleanup suggestions. So cleanup suggestions is basically everybody that you have ever followed and the person has not followed you back in a reverse sorted list. So if I just put the you followed column here, you see they are already sorted from the oldest person that I ever followed to down. As I move down, it's gonna be the most recent one. So this it's actually a not falling back list in a reverse order. But the best part is it hides all the people that you have followed in the last 7 days. So you don't have to think anything. Just come here and you can unfollow all the people that you see in the list, because they are the people that you have followed and they are not following you back for more than 7 days. Sometimes you might find some people, as I told you, that you still want to keep following them. Let's say this profile, I don't want to follow this profile, unfollow this profile even if this profile is not following me back. So I'll just select this profile and add this to whitelist. So if I just add this user to whitelist, and you see this person is whitelisted. So now if I just refresh this list, the next time when you come back, I won't see this person on this list. So this person is now no longer in my, just let me go back to that account. So I come to the cleanup suggestions. So I mean, I I won't scroll much here, but you can believe me that the person has hidden is no longer there in this list. So that person, if you decide at some point of time that you really want to unfollow that person, now you don't want to keep that person hidden, you can go to the manage section and go to the people I whitelisted, and here you'll see the person that I had whitelisted would be here. So I will find that person here. Yes, you see at the bottom, the profile that I had whitelisted is here. So in this case, when I want to remove this profile, or anybody, I'll just remove that person from whitelist, and it's gonna show up in the respective list wherever this profile deserves. So it's gonna go back, right? So moving back to the grow section. So this was the cleanup suggestions. Above this, this is the best place to clear your profile of the people that you don't want to connect with. There's one more thing called inactive following. So inactive following is the place where it's all the people that you are following. They might be following you back. There's no fixed criteria here. They might be following you. So you see some of them are following me. They have written follows you here, and others have don't have the label of follows you. But these are all the people that have been inactive on Twitter for long. So you see the last tweeted is 3 years, 2 months. So it's actually anybody who does is not active on Twitter for more than a month shows up under inactive following. So this is just in case you want to clear up the people that you are following, but they're no longer active on Twitter, you can disconnect with them from this place. So these are the two things that you can use to clean up your profiles. And now I'll be moving back to the manage section to show you an amazing thing which is called Twitter sources. For that, I'll just go to app settings, the place where you add your profiles from. So these are your profiles, but below this at the bottom, you will see here, there are sources. So if I click on add source, a source can either be a profile or it can be a keyword. Profile means it can be a competitor, it can be a profile that is from the same industry and has a lot of followers. You want to target the people. You already know that this profile has the very specific audience that you want to target. You don't want to search a lot of keywords and do all of those things. You just know that, okay, I know one profile, I know a couple of profiles that have the audience that is the same that I am serving. It sells the same thing, probably the same products, probably the same courses that you're giving out, or it's at the same industry. Or even if you want to target, even if let's say you have a big brand and it has a particular profile, but then you're looking in for making regional profiles of the same brand, but you have, let's say you already have 1 million followers on the parent profile, and you want to grow the regional profiles, one from US, one from Europe, one from Asia. So you can add your parent profile as the source. And even if in case of keyword, it can be the same keyword which you think is of most important to your industry. So you can add that keyword as a source. So as soon as you add that keyword or profile as source, we start collecting the data. So it usually takes about 30 minutes to collect the data when each time you add a new source, but once it's ready, you'll be able to see the sources here. So the best part is, let me just pick up one source. I'll just pick up our CEO's profile. Right. So now, as soon as I click here, now I'm viewing these people from my Twitter, that is view support, but I'm looking at the audience of this source profile. Now all the criteria, the not following back, mutual follow back, fans, new unfollowers, followers, mentions, all of these things are for that source profile and not yours. So you are actually looking at the audience of your competitor, but so this is not your audience. You're actually looking at the audience of your competitor. Each follower the competitor is getting, people who are leaving your competitor, people who are mentioning your competitor, all the people who are following, the people who are following the source but they're not following you, the people who are following the source but are not followed by you, the common followers, everybody the source is following, And similarly, a lot of different things, any possible combination, we have filtered them, we have the list for that. And if I just go to the source followers, so it's gonna bring everybody who is following that source profile. Again, here you can just put up the same search as you put in discover Twitter users. So this search term actually works globally. Any list in the manage section, it's gonna work. So if I just put the same thing here, so now if I wanna find CEOs from London who are following my CEO, so it's probably gonna bring up something. Let's see. Okay, so I'll just remove the location part for now, and now I'll just wait. It usually takes a few seconds because there's a lot of data we have to find out. Okay, so this is taking longer than usual. Okay, so finally it's here. So now all the people that are following the Chiax profile and have the keyword CEO in their bio show up here. Again, I can filter the followers of my source to see the last and the most recent one on the top. I can sort them in that thing. I can even find just the verified people. Uh, Apply all the combinations that you were applying on your own audience. You can apply the same on the source audience. It's a little slower because that's not your own audience. We are actually doing the same thing, processing the same thing in real time on somebody else's audience. So it usually takes a few more seconds. And then you have the list, so you can again connect with these people. You can follow them, unfollow them, you can shoot them DMs, you can mention them, do all the things. So when you are sending, and that's, I'll just give you one example of sending a DM. So when you send a DM, we have a list of variables here. So in case you want to write something, let's say I want to put hi and I just want to use the first name, so I'll copy this variable and put it here, and I'll just write my message. I'll just write anything here, and you can write your message and then you can click next. So you see the first name is variable has been replaced by the first name that is given by the user, and then you can just click on send. I won't be doing that, it won't look good, but that's how it works. So this is how you can follow up the followers of your competitor. And you can just, and I would suggest apply filters and just follow the people that you think are most important and meaningful to you. Don't just follow everybody, because later on you'll just have to unfollow more people. Similarly, it can also be a keyword. So let's say I select this keyword. Now it's gonna come up with all the people who have any connection with this keyword. It all the people following you, not followed by you. Again, all the different combinations possible. So they can have this keyword in their tweets, they can have this keyword in their bio, anywhere. And here you can apply filters. So a lot of people ask us, why don't you give filters in tweet search? That's because tweet search is a very simple search where you just want to find the most recent person who has tweeted about a particular keyword on the top. You just want to connect in real time. As soon as somebody's talking about your favorite topic, you just want to connect with them. So that's where the tweet search works, comes into place. In case you want to find specific people from a location and they have something in their bio, or filter them out, at that point it's a thing that is quite heavy and cannot be done in real time. That's why you have to first add that keyword as a source, so that we have the data, and then you can apply all the filters that you want. So that's all about the sources. So it's really powerful. When you start using it, you'll really love it. And so this was the third way of finding people. The first one was discover Twitter users, second one was tweet search, and the third one was sources. Source can either be a profile or it can be a keyword. That's all about finding people, connecting with them, growing your Twitter, and later on unfollowing them from the cleanup suggestions. So now the next thing comes is how you're going to convert them into leads. So for that, we have something called rules. I'll just take you to the rules here. So rules are actually some sort of automation that Twitter allows, and the rest of the data processing is done on our end. So there are four different rules events that can be specified. The first one being what happens when somebody follows you, mentions you, adds you to a Twitter list, but and retweets you. I'll just talk about follows you today because you'll be following a lot of people, but when they follow you back, this rule will be triggered. So I'll just write a rule name. I'll just write something for now, and then you can even condition put set up conditions that they must have all they must comply with these filters or profile types or time zones or languages, all of those things, or they can be from just a particular source if you're following, or you can just skip this because you don't wanna skip out important people if they don't match the filters. Just put an event follows you and jump to actions, and you can add an automatic tag. So I have created a lot of tags. So when you'll be following a lot of people, and as soon as somebody from them follows you back, you can add these people to a tag. So I'll just add these people to a tag. Let's say um people pending to send DM. I just select this and I save this rule. So now what happens as soon as somebody follows you back from all the people that you had been following in the last every day that you'll be coming and following a lot of people, they would automatically be tagged. So if you go back to manage section and I go to tags, there are a lot of tags. So I'll just open one of the tags. Let's say I open up this older tag because um, that rule I've just created now, so it won't be populated. So now what theoretically happens is when you set up that rule to tag people under a particular tag, you will have new people here in this tag every day. So a lot of people you'll be following, the people from whom they'll be following you back, they will be tagged. So you just have to come to that tag once a day, select all the people that you view here. So as you see, I'll just select a few for now. You can select a lot of them by holding down to the shift key and selecting them together. So you can just select these people and then send them a DM. So this is where you will start generating leads. You know that you followed somebody and that person followed you back. That means that person liked your profile and is quite impressed by everything, and then you can just shoot that person a DM. You can do this once a day. Just every day, every morning that you come, you will have new people that are added to this tag, and you can just send them a DM. Send a DM with links to your blogs, links to your products, link to your websites, or link to your Facebook or Instagram profiles, wherever you want to drive this traffic to. And then you can just select next and send these people DM. And once you send them DM, do not unselect these people. There's one step. You go back to the actions menu, you select apply tag, and then you add these people to the second tag. Let's say this, so I had created tag people pending to send DM. So this is the current tag where I'm seeing these people, and then I'll add them to people already sent DM. After sending DM, you just add these people to this tag. Close this window, then go back and remove the same people from this tag. So I'll remove these people from, because I've already sent them DM, they're no longer pending and they're already added to sent DM tag. I'll just remove these people from here and then I'll just close this window. So if I now refresh this list, these people would be hidden. So that's what you're gonna do every day. You'll find new people, shoot out DMs to those people, and then move them to a separate tag and remove from this tag so that you don't send the same person a DM twice. This is the place where you will start generating leads. So as soon as you send out DMs to these people, a lot of people would reply you back. You will have a lot of conversions, and you can, you know, view all of them in the engage section. So engage section is smart. It's an inbox where you receive all the DMs replies that you have, or the mentions that are happening, or people are replying to your posts, tweets, anything if they are commenting or mentioning you, or all the DMs that you will be shooting out. As soon as somebody replies in real time, you will have that person's reply here. It won't show you, you won't see the outbound DMs in the inbox. We don't, we filter them out smartly so that you just see the DM when the person replies you back. When they reply you back, you will see what you had sent them and also what they had sent you back. So this is a place where you will be in real time replying back to people. You can have saved replies here so that you can quickly you know um, push out your messages. You can add emojis, videos, images, gifs, not videos, sorry, images and gifs, and all do all of those things. So this is a great place. And as soon as, so this is the one where you will be converting those leads. So first you will growing your audience, then the people who are following you back are the prospects who are interested. They are automatically tagged. So you next day you send them DMs with your amazing offers and amazing pitch. And when these people reply you back, you have them in real time in your inbox. So you don't miss out on any prospect. You just reply them back at the same point and you close the deal in just a few hours from first connecting that person. We have Slack integration. I had talked about that in detail in the last webinar. I won't talk about it now, but you can just test it out. And if you have any questions about Slack integration, you can come to our website and you can read it over there. So Slack integration helps you to find, receive all the notifications about these, all the mentions that are happening, all the replies that you're getting back in real time on your phone. So you can receive notifications in the Slack app that integrates seamlessly in Statusbrew, and you can use Slack free of cost for this purpose. So that's all about lead generation. But there's one thing that is coming up in my mind that I forgot to tell you about before. That is one of the new integrations that we have come up with. That's available only for enterprise customers, but I'd just like to show you a little about that. So we have just integrated. So I'll just again, if I come back to Discover, so I'll just coming back to Discover to just to give you example. I'll just put the same search here. So all the CEOs from London, I'm gonna find out, and I just wanna, let's say, wanna just see the verified people. So as I told you before, you can export these lists, you can do all of those things, and but there's something that's even great. You can find out more data about them. So when you are generating leads, the people who are following you back, they're just following you on Twitter. But what happens when you want to do real business? You need their LinkedIn profiles. You need a lot of more data. Maybe you want to connect with them on LinkedIn. You want to connect with them on Facebook. You want more data. You want to see what position do they have in their industry. Uh, a lot of things that you won't usually find on just on Twitter. So for that, you just click on the profile image here and you will see that we fetch out all the details, the name, the job title, the company, their website, their current location, and their LinkedIn profiles. You see their Twitter you already have, you have their LinkedIn profiles as well. You click on Twitter details, you have more details, all the things from the Twitter. You click on the tweets, you have all the recent tweets here. And if the person has ever mentioned you in any of the tweets, you will even find those in the mentions. But the best part is you have their LinkedIn profiles. I mean, LinkedIn is the place. If I just click this button, it's gonna take me to the LinkedIn of this CEO who is commissioner for some company in Ireland. And I can just connect with this person. It's easy, or I can just send them a message. So this is an amazing thing. Let me just show you one more example. Let me find out, let's say I wanna see, okay, I'm gonna find Daniel. He's CEO at Brain Labs and he's from Google, ex Google. So if I just click, okay, again, I have their Facebook as well this time. So I have their Facebook, I have their LinkedIn, and pretty much a lot of data there. company, and all the details possible. So as you see, I have, oh, so probably he has deactivated this Facebook, and LinkedIn, we have the LinkedIn. So I can again connect to Daniel. So I'll just connect with him to see if he accepts my request. Okay, so I'm now connected with, I've sent the request to Daniel, who is CEO at Brain Labs. So this is quite interesting. You can even, uh, so when you integrate your CRM, you can do the same thing with that as well. So all the lists that you want, let's say you want to find all the tags that the people that you have tagged, you can do the same thing in tags. The new followers, anything that you want, even if when you have selected the source followers, let's say I go back to source followers, and here I want to find information of somebody again. So let's say this is the first person. I just click here, and it's gonna bring up again the LinkedIn profile and the Twitter profiles and all the Twitter details. So this is great. I mean, I don't find that this is of not a, well, I mean, this is of great value to any business. For your sales team, this can be a gold mine, because on Twitter you can grow as fast as you want. You can grow your profile, find people from all the location search, the bio search, the tweet search, social listening, inbox, anything that you want, any type of combination that you put in, and you find out people, any person that you find, you can have more information about that. So this is all about the audience section, and I have covered almost everything that we offer in the audience section. So now if you have any questions or anything, you can just type in here. Now I already have a few questions. So I'll just wait. I'll just switch again. I'll be switching my screens to go back to the presentation, and the next thing is Q&A. Yes. So you can send the questions here, or you can tweet us at #BrewTalk, and we are listening. So I'll just wait for 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, to receive all the questions, and I'll be answering them. Thank you. All right, so thanks everybody for a quick wait. So I'll just start with a few things that we have on Twitter using the #BrewTalk. So Ralph, our community member, has tweeted. So hi Ralph, I hope you're listening. Ralph is an amazing person. I mean, he has been with us for the last many years, and he's a part of our Brew marketers community on Slack. So we have a Slack community where great people like Ralph help with amazing Twitter strategies. So Ralph has had an amazing Twitter growth over the last 2 years. That's constantly rising. I mean, Ralph is one person that actually we listen to, and Ralph helps us improve our product. So there are a lot of things that we have made in our audience section with Ralph's suggestion. So Ralph, I think you tweeted that there's one issue with the protected user filter is not saving. So I'll just have that looked into this week. Okay, so I'll now move on to the questions. So Nick here asks, where's the time zone filter gone? Nick, time zone filter has been removed because Twitter no longer allows or sends us this data. To be very frank, this data has now been made private by Twitter, and even third-party applications like us cannot access that. So that's the reason where we had to remove it, both from our audience section and also from the reports. So next question is from Tolga. Hi Tolga, how are you? I'm excited to hear from you, and we'll be probably seeing in next 2 to 3 days at the Web Summit at Lisbon. So great to hear from you. Rolga, you are asking, can you explain how to use rules and tags and the best way to communicate with the target systematically? As I explained, you just create an empty tag and you set that tag in rules. So in rules, you have conditions like you can tag when people have separate tags for when people follow you, people mention you, add to a Twitter list or retweet any of your posts. You can have separate tags so that you have separate sort people segmented, and then you can use these tags to send them DMs, mention them back, or get their details, like their LinkedIn and all of these things that I've showed you, and then you can target these people systematically. And then once you have contacted these people, move them to a separate tag so that you don't repeat the people. So Naman here asks, is there a macro to unfollow the people? So Naman, I'd just like to tell you, any bulk action or any kind of activity from automation of following people or unfollowing people on Twitter is spam, and it's just gonna suspend your profile instantaneously. So that's something that we don't recommend. So next question is from Vijay, who asks, can we schedule a DM for the people? So again, Vijay, that's again under automation, which is not allowed. And hence, since we are Twitter partners, we don't do anything that's against their privacy policy and their ethics, Twitter ethics. So that's something that we don't provide, since it's again considered as an automated spam. Lastly, Tricia here asks, will this webinar be stored so that you can watch? Yes, Tricia, you will be receiving an email with the recording to this webinar within the next 24 hours. Okay, so yes, Donna, you can watch the webinar again. I'll be sending you the recording, as I told to Tricia, in the next 24 hours. And finally, Nizam here says hi. So hi, Nizam. I hope you're doing great. So we are just in time. That's amazing. It's just 1 minute to the 60 minutes time that we have. It was amazing for everybody to have all of you here. I am pleased by your response, and I hope you really loved today's webinar. There's a lot coming up, so stay tuned. Next week, we're going to talk about how much you should be spending on social media marketing. So we are coming up with a concrete figures that which you should be having a fixed budget for yourself and for your brand, your team, when you want to scale on social media. So that's all for today. I'm Amol. I'm signing off now. Thanks a lot for everybody. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye bye.